You can build AI agents without having the experience and without having to pay anyone. I know it because I use this exact method that I'm going to tell you right now to be here where I am with the experience I have now. To achieve this result, there are multiple steps and each of them is important. You cannot skip one of them. You have to pay attention to all of the steps outlined, and only then you can build your solutions without having the need of experience or having the need of paying anybody. The first step is to create yourself some pressure. You have to be under pressure when you're making your AI agents. Why do you have to be pressured? Because if you're building a project for fun or for yourself, then you are kind of relaxed. You're slowly building it, testing it, if it works or it doesn't work. Let's say you're building for a month, even 2 months. You'll get bored if you don't get the result and you will just go on to the next thing. But that's not how you learn AI. You have to be creating these agents, you have to be getting errors, you have to be fixing the errors day by day. And only then you can learn something, and only then you will have a finished product that actually works. If you're not under pressure, it will 95% do not work for you. Simply because you have this mental barrier in the head. If you have a set deadline, you need to do it, otherwise there will be consequences, and you do not want the harmful consequences. How to create yourself some pressure? There are a few ways. And the best way to create yourself some pressure is to get a client. A paying client who is already paying you and you have agreed upon a timeline, let's say 3 weeks, let's say 6 weeks, whatever the timeline is, you have a set schedule where you have to have the project finished, and they already have paid you, or they will pay you the half after the project finished. But either way, you have a deadline and there's actual money on the line. And trust me, in those scenarios, from experience, you will find a way to build a solution, because you do not want to send the money back saying, hey, I had 6 weeks, but I couldn't complete it because I wasn't trying hard enough, blah, blah, blah. You do not want to be in that situation when you have the money on the line. So that is the best way to create yourself some pressure. However, I understand that it's difficult to get a client without having any experience or having any sales skills. So there are different ways to create yourself some pressure. First of all, it would be a bit easier version of getting a client, offering your service for free. So somebody would agree that they want the system for you and you agree upon a timeline. However, you won't be getting any money from it, but you will have a contract in place with the client that you're going to deliver this system in this time. And that creates the same pressure as it does with the previous example. How to get free clients? Reach out to anybody you know, perhaps some relatives, perhaps anybody in your circle or parents of your friends, whoever. Like, the connections are endless. Just offer them free solutions and somebody will say yes. There probably are some other ways to create yourself some pressure, but these are the main ways I would suggest you to do. And if there are any other ways, the goal of the way is to have you some pressure, so there's no way for you to actually back out. Because if you're building for your own, as I mentioned before, you will easily get bored of it and will just give up. And that's not how you achieve results. So first step is be under pressure that you have to complete this project. Now that you have the pressure, the next step is simply go to n8n and create your account. So just head to n8n and create your workflow, and from there just go to ChatGPT, open ChatGPT and ask it, how can I build an AI automation on n8n that, for example, scrapes a company's website and extracts the contact information. Whatever. Just give it to ChatGPT and it will generate a response, an outline of how you can do such project. Now ChatGPT has generated us something, so let's take a read. 2 approaches, quick and cheap, HTTP request, blah, 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 do this. Minimal N8N workflow, start, manual webhook trigger, or let's have a trigger manually, or it says set, provide URL or iterate list. So HTTP request, let's add a module, HTTP, make a request, a website, let's input the ChatGPT website, what it does, I don't know. Maybe let's clear the links, let's have just chatgpt.com, follow, blah, 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 function, extract, useful, so then comes another function. What? Now you might be asking, what kind of function? I do not know what this means. This is my first time reading it. Okay, copy it, paste here. What do you mean by this? I'm new to N8N. And here we can also input a screenshot of what we just did, so it knows in what kind of stage we are. I'll put it here and just ask it. So the point of this is get an outline from ChatGPT and then just ask questions to it to explain further of what it should do, how can you do it, and other kind of questions you might have when building it. Okay, let's see what answers. Function that extracts useful pages. Node means when you scrape home page, instead there's usually a link like, okay, in other languages. So before trying to choose contact pages, you're automatically, step by step, you already have manual trigger. Yes. Click after node, choose function. Okay, here, function, this one. And what it says here, paste this code into function. Copy code, what it does, no idea. Just copy the code here and execute the step. HTTP request. Maybe this isn't the best website with, let's just simply see. I guess it's not, you cannot simply scrape ChatGPT website, but let's see what does the ChatGPT think of this error we received. Let it think. Whilst it's thinking, let me just run the whole node. Maybe something happens. No, we have a forbidden credential. Okay. Okay, so what we know, ChatGPT requests these API requests. What we need to do is find a different website. Let's just pick a random Latvian news site, whatever. Let it go here. Maybe we can scrape this one instead. Here, let's input the website here. Execute step. Yes, we got something. So if we execute the whole workflow, we have some kind of problem. Here, what it does, URL is not defined because this is the ChatGPT one. Let's just say I know use. Okay, let ChatGPT know what changes did you make, and it will generate a new script tailored based on those changes. Now, as you see, it's spitting some kind of different bullshit or something, but let's have it here. It generated a code, still generating it. Let it end the generation. Okay, let's just copy it. Boom, paste it here. Execute step. URL is not defined. Line 6. Line 6. Devanet.net. Okay, let it. Why is this error popping up? Simply ask it. Why this error? Okay, lines means doesn't recognize the global URL. JavaScript, blah, 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 whatever. So change this line to, okay, that line, line 6, change it to the new one. Execute step. Some different kind of error pops up. Go back to ChatGPT. Okay, now it's suggesting this. Please replace base URL logic with simple string attached. Okay, I just have this copy code here, Control V, execute step, and we have a result from it. Okay, and I won't go into any other details of how to build the other steps because that is for you to explore, but what you saw just here is the next step. First, you have to be under pressure, and then you have to be acting fast. Create your account, go to ChatGPT, ask it how to do it. It provides your suggestions how to do it. Go and implement those suggestions. Just try them out, see the errors, pop the errors back into ChatGPT as soon as you can, and trial and error until you get the result. Otherwise, if you are out here reading some kind of documents, if you're asking ChatGPT, where will this work? I don't know what this means, blah, blah, blah. You're wasting your time. Just take the result, take the output and input into your scenario to see whether it works or not. That is how you achieve results the fastest way possible, by simply doing and having errors and fixing those errors on the fly. But be mindful. Sometimes ChatGPT does make some shit up. It will provide you some wrong answers and it will give you like wrong scripts or something that do not work. So if you have done this like 10 times, you ask ChatGPT for the error, gave you like 10 different ways to fix it and it still provides the error, then go ask it, hey, is there a different approach to do this? Simply to ChatGPT, or go to good old Google and Google the function you're trying to make. So how can I extract pages from the URL link using code? As simple as that. You'll provide some suggestions from previous people who did the similar thing. You can be more specific, saying that, hey, I want to do this in NA10, but there's always a way to do it. It only depends on how bad you really want it. And if you're under pressure, which is the step one, you will want to do it because you have to fix the problem. Otherwise, you will not get the money. And that is why you have to be under pressure, because if you're building for yourself, after the 10th try, you might be like, fuck this shit, I will build something else. But that's not how you learn. You have to overcome these obstacles and then you will know how to go through that obstacle easily if it comes up ever again. And this goes into step number 3, where you must never give up. From all the errors you're getting, you cannot give up. You have to try and try until you get the result. Because there will always be some new barriers. If you're building a project which even is similar to what you built before, but you kind of use a different CRM system, there will be some kind of barriers that you do not know how to fix at first. So you have to use the same method of chatting to ChatGPT and going to Google to get the results you need. And to provide you a few examples, we have done similar stuff recently, or even when we started. So when we started, we did not know how to use Meta for developers. And we sold a system to a client, oh, hey, we will build you this Meta Messenger chatbot. Could we do it? We knew that it was possible. But can we do it ourselves? We have never done it, so we were not so confident. But we know that it's doable. So what we did is set out, found a way to do it, found the knowledge base, found the PDF documents, whatever necessary, we found. So how we did it, we simply put in the effort. We looked over the Meta for Developers APIs, we tried all the APIs, we put the errors into ChatGPT, and we did that until we got a result. And now the client's happy, and he's already been with us for like a half a year. And now we can go out and confidently say, we can build Facebook Messenger chatbots without any difficulties. And the process will be faster than for him because we know how to do it, but there might be some new obstacles in the way. That doesn't challenge us because we know that we can simply overcome them by trial and error. And if you still do not believe me or are on the edge, let me give you another example. We had worked with Google Sheets, we had worked with Airtable and other that type of softwares, but we never actually worked with Excel sheets, at least in the like API format. So when a client came to us and said, hey, I store everything in Excel sheet, it's like online, so you should be able to access it, right? We were like, obviously yes, because it's Microsoft, it's online, has all kind of capabilities, and we're pretty sure it's doable. We checked out the documents quickly. Yes, there are API documents. Access Excel online via APIs. So we were like, okay, yeah, that's easy. We can do it. But then the development came, and we have to actually connect Excel to API. And what we found out is that the Excel cannot be on a personal account. It has to be on a business account. And without trying to wait, and with that knowledge, we went to the client, said, hey, we need your Excel sheet in a business account. Can you please do it? They said, yes, okay, that's easy for us. And then we build a solution. So now the takeaway is that we know for any other client that comes to us and says, hey, can you do this with Excel sheets? We will simply ask, do you have a personal or a business Microsoft account? And if they respond personal, we will say to them, yes, we can, but you need to transfer it to a business account. And as simple as that. So I hope this example pushed you over the edge, that there will be barriers, and you just have to have the right mindset. So let me repeat the 3-step process for you to actually learn building AI agents without any experience or knowledge. So the first step is to put yourself under pressure so you never back out. The second step is to start doing and have a lot of errors and try to overcome those errors as soon as you can. And the last step is to never give up. With these 3 steps in mind, you'll be sure to learn AI at a fast pace and become an expert in the field of AI and solutions powered by AI. So if you truly follow these rules, you will build your first agent in no time. So if you truly follow these rules, you will build your first agent. Perhaps it takes you a week, perhaps it takes you a month, but you will get the result. But now the question is, how efficient will be that AI agent? To cover this topic, I have another video explaining how to build your current AI agents more efficient. So if you have already built your first agent and want to check out how to make it more efficient, head over to the video in the description or somewhere here above and make sure to watch it. Thank you for watching. Check out all the socials in the descriptions and make sure to leave a comment and a like if you actually enjoyed and found this video valuable. Thank you.